Hey, spuddies, Potatomcwhiskey here, and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 5. I've decided to kind of step back from this series. I did a few streams of Civilization 5, and a really cool person called NotQ and a lot of other people in chat really helped me out in learning how to play Vox Populi. They also helped me out with setting up some new mods, especially NotQ, who actually jumped on voice with me and helped me set up some new mods. I now have Info Addict, I have EUI Extended User Interface, and then I have another mod whose name I forget, but basically it makes the visuals of the world look just that little bit nicer and adds a bit of variety to the terrain. So armed with this new knowledge of how to play Warfare, and armed with this new knowledge of how to play the game in general, I'm going to be going into a new series here. And we're going to be picking probably a new Civ. I don't know what exactly Civ we're going to play, but we're going to play something probably a little bit different. But I just wanted to let you guys know that the game is going to look a little bit different than you would normally expect. Now you can get these mods. By the time the video comes out, I will have remembered what mods I'm using, and I will be able to easily find them and post links to them in the description. All the links will probably go to the... what's that thing called? The Civ Fanatics forum or the Steam community workshop. So there's quite a few interesting civs here, and because war is my weakest portion of my gameplay, I want to play a war-oriented civilization. You can see now, like for example, I would really like to play Rome because they have the Legion, which is a very early unit that replaces the Longswordsman. So you get, I think it's like the third melee unit, I think it's the third or fourth. I think it's the third. But it comes with shock, pile and cover. It's a really, really strong unit. Additionally, I could go, for example, to Germany to do Realpolitik, which has a sort of more of a late game war orientation, but I would really like to do some early game war. So I'm trying to think of a good civilization. Now, I did play Askia, and his early war is really, really powerful. Like, crazy powerful early war. I would argue that it's possibly unstoppable. Let's see. Attila could also be a very, very powerful early game warfare civilization. And I may actually... Should we go for an Attila game? Let's do an Attila game. They get their horse archer really early. Attila. Who else? I want like an extremely early game warfare civ. And I don't think you get much more early game than him. Yeah, let's go for Attila, or Attila, the Huns. Right. We're also gonna play on the Communitas map. We're gonna be playing on a standard map size, and we're going to be playing on Emperor difficulty because I feel like I've graduated and learned enough to graduate to Emperor. We're going to be playing on the standard game pace. I have in the past been playing on quick, but after discussions with people, again, NotQ kind of helped me out with this. He recommended that I should play on standard because the mod is actually balanced for standard play, whereas if you're playing on quick, it's not quite so balanced. So I'm going to take his recommendation. I will play on standard. And we may as well go into advanced setup here in case there's anything else we want to play with. I could play with some of the settings in here. I don't want to change any of these things. I'm happy with those, but I could, for example, I could play with the rainfall or the sea level. I actually like the idea of playing with abundant resources. That seems like a really fun idea to me. I like that idea, and so we'll kind of leave that just the way it is. This will be fine, and we're going to try and do early warfare. I actually also like Great General and Great Admiral points from Barbarians. Some people don't like it, but I just kind of like it. I think it's cool. I think it helps honor out because early game as honor, you're probably going to want to kill a couple of Barbarian encampments. So that's quite nice. Now we are going to be going for almost certainly an honor policy here because we want to kill people early. So the most important bonuses here for Attila in the Hunnic Empire. I'll wait until this guy's done talking, actually.
Becoming the most powerful and frightening force of the 5th century. You bowed the Eastern Roman emperors to your will and took kingdom after kingdom along the Danube and Nisava rivers. As the sovereign ruler of the Huns,
Okay, I can skip that now. We'll go to Attila. Attila. The Huns. Okay, so we talk about Attila. Mounted melee and armor units deal more flanking damage and capture units when undefeated barbarians in encampments join you. When you gain a grassland, their tiles play naturally. Adjacent unknown tiles of the same type are also claimed. Let's see. The Eki is prerequisite is at trade. Okay, and it provides +1 food, +1 food, +1 production, and +1 culture. Additionally, it provides additional production if you have them beside each other. So this could be really, really powerful. I'm going to go now into the Huns again, and the final thing is that we get the Horse Archer, which is a replacement for the Heavy Skirmisher. I believe the Horse Archer has a lower cost, a lower combat strength, and a lower cost, a lower combat strength, and a lower, what else is it? I think you could just spam them out more. I think it's just... And... What's special about it? I think it does. I think you don't actually need horses. I think that's because you can just cover the map in horse archers. I think that's the main advantage of them. I'm not really sure. I'm not really familiar with these units. But there you go. We're going to be definitely doing some mounted units play. And you can see here, the game looks really, really different. And that's because I have a graphical mod installed. It makes the game just... These are still planes, but they just look a little bit more varied and interesting, in my opinion. So I think it would be absolutely worthwhile. Let's turn on our yield icons and resource icons here. I think it would absolutely be worth our while to settle in place here. We have 2 very excellent tiles. In fact, we have 4 excellent tiles to work here. The cocoa is quite nice. This is quite nice. They're not amazing, but they're good. Anything that starts with 3 yields, this one starts with 5. Anything with 3 yields is like thumbs up, where that's a good start. Anything with 2, not so great. So I'm going to found my city here. I think I will actually work the gold here, because that could mean I could purchase a little bit sooner. The question is, do we want to go for a religion? I think since we're going for an early game war, I mean, we could go for a religion, and we could pick up fealty here as a way to transition out of authority. So we could pick up a religion, we could do that. It would delay the timing of our attack. But as Attila, we actually want to attack fairly late. Over here. It's still pretty early, and we're going to want to rush it, but there might be time to build shrines in our cities. So I'm going to go shrine first, because I think there's potential for us to consider getting a religion in this game. Whether or not I will go fully into a religion, that's another matter. The first tech I'm going to pick up here is animal husbandry, and I'm going to get these because I want to be able to build, for example, my chariot archers and the horse archer unit. Now, the horse archer doesn't require horses, but I would like to get a couple of chariot archers early so that I could purchase upgrade into the horse archer. Okay, we found a lot of really nice resources over here. I want to scout in a sort of radial pattern. Ah, there we go. There's my first ruin. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for neighbors who I can declare war on. And here we found Russia. Okay. We found cultural artifacts. It seems like cultural artifacts are pretty common to find this early. So my assumption is that Russia is somewhere in this sort of a 90-degree direction, maybe 100 degrees this towards the right. So I'm going to assume they're in this sort of direction. I'm going to loop back this way. Yeah, I would assume that they're over here. I'm going to get up on the hill. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of forests around here, which means I don't think getting the Trailblazer promotion is worth it. I think I'm going to go for the Survivalism promotion here. Our city is about to grow, so we're going to want to manage that next turn. I'm hoping we'll grow to a wheat tile. That would be quite good. And there it is. Yeah, I'm going to lock that wheat tile in. Then I'm going to move here, going to pick up this. Crudely drawn map. Okay, so there is Moscow. It is in a bit of a rough position for us to attack, but we know where they are. And that's very useful to us. I'm going to loop back this way, because I want to explore around my city to find out where I want to settle my first city. And I'm thinking probably on this desert hill could be a good spot. Possibly this plains hill could be a really good spot, namely because it's towards Moscow. And it would claim me new tiles. There is a little bit of forest here. I think I'm going to take survivalism again. You know what? I'm actually going to take the medic promotion. I'm going to try and use my pathfinders as like as support units, so that I'm going to transition him into being a support unit later. I'll see if I can bait this warrior across the river and then go across the river myself to the ruin. I'm hoping he'll be baited this way. Okay, so that worked. And then if he's attacking me across the river, he'll take a slight penalty, which should even out our combat strengths. Especially because I have the defensive bonus here. And then I'll be able to get the ruin without taking too much damage. Oh, that's really bad. I'm going to back up here to the forest. I'll heal up just one. I'll just spend one turn healing on this guy. He should regain like 40, 25 hit points, 35, 30 hit points there. He'll take a little bit of damage. I think I'll just have him sit here and let them kill themselves on me, because I don't think I'll be able to get around them. The healing is really, really powerful, actually.
Thou shalt not muzzle the ox.
Okay, we just unlocked horses, cows, and sheep. And in fact, we did find sheep here, which is quite nice. We also found horses over here. I'll heal up one more turn on this guy. I want to get settlers out fairly early. I'm going to get trapping, because trapping will reveal even more resources. I will kill here. Now the question is, do I go for the monument or do I save to purchase a unit? I think I may save to purchase a warrior here. I could get the monument super quickly here, and I am making more gold than normal. Getting that monument out really fast could be really powerful for me. I'm also going to want to get my workers out fairly early. There's a few techs I need. I need trade, and I need mathematics. Are the kind of two really important ones, but I am going to want some of the other things on the way to there. I think because I'm making extra money here, I think I am going to purchase the monument and get it in 5 turns, which I think is going to help. That'll give me 5 extra turns to do other things. That's really annoying. I can't go get that now. Yeah, Russia got it because I was too slow. That's fine. That's not the end of the world. Okay, I'm going to lock in this wheat tile as well. Pretty good growth and production in here. 3 turns left on that monument. Keeping this, being able to keep my Pathfinder alive is very, very useful. Should gain another 30 health. And we'll just wait one more turn. So we just got our monument online. That's going to mean we get our authority quite a bit quicker. Okay, and we just claimed a bunch of land. I'm going to rework this because I want to work this tile. And additionally, because I'm working a 3 food tile, I actually feel comfortable working a 1 food 2 production tile. It will slow down our growth by 5 turns. Is that worth the extra production per turn? Would I rather grow? Well, the real question is, when am I getting settlers? In 14 turns. Yeah, I feel totally comfortable growing slower because I'll get the 4 pop anyway, no matter what. Okay, I think I'll go warrior into worker. And then I'll purchase an archer once I hit a higher level of income. Okay, so we're getting some good exploration going on here. I think Russia managed to get started with a better food income than me. Okay, I met Denmark. Hello, Denmark. There's a lot of horses around here. I could probably make great use of them. Okay, we found Budapest. That's good. We'll probably be tributing them later. I need to get some information about here. I think this is all coastal, though. Okay, I'm going to loop back this way because I want to see if Russia settles any cities. I want to see where they are. But I need an escort unit, and that's why I'm picking up the warrior. After the warrior, I'll go for the worker. Okay, so we got trapping. That's good. How much is it to purchase an archer? Okay, we need only about 9 more turns to purchase an archer, which is a really good timing. Okay, great. This is some really nice terrain. I want to come back down this way and explore over here. Because I want to level up my Pathfinder into an even better support unit. I've never really tried to use scout units as support units, but I'm really interested in trying it out. I think there's certainly potential here to get some good use out of them. Okay, we're going to go for authority because we're planning on early combat. Gain culture when you kill units, +1 production in every city, and everything else. So, because I need these to sync up, so I'm going to put 1 turn into growing, and then I'll switch back to working the production tile. I'll get to work on my worker. I have my warrior here. I'll poke up onto this hill. So as I expected, this is all coastline. Not ideal. Ideally though, most cities are probably never going to work tiles in their 3rd ring unless it's a resource. So most cities only need the tiles adjacent to them, and then a few of them on the 2nd ring. So I'm not too worried about. I would have preferred a coastal city here if it had been an option, but I didn't have the information to make that call until now. Either way, it'll be fine. So we sunk 1 turn into growing, and then we can switch back here. And now my growth and my pottery sync up. I need to turn off the auto. I think it's been turned back on somehow. The auto select. Maybe it wasn't turned on. I have it turned off. I'll turn it on and off just in case it was somehow like the setting got weird or something. Okay, we're going to move here and we're going to jump on the Amber Hill. I need to start looking for luxuries. I already have elephants and cocoa. I would like to pick up amber. And furs. I imagine there's more furs down this direction. I need to also start thinking about where our first settlement is going. I'll just poke in here. There's definitely potential for a city here. That would block this city. So maybe the city would go there. And then there. And then there could be like another city over here. There's also tobacco over here that I would want to claim if I could. Just poking in over here. Oh, it looks like there's a city-state over here. It's good. Good thing I poked in over there. We'll poke our way down this direction. It looks like we're pretty light on forests in this region. I'm going to actually turn off these yield icons because I think they make the game a little bit harder to read for the viewer. Sorry I left them on for so long. Okay, we met Kaisel as well. We're probably going to kill some of these city-states. I think that would be a worthwhile thing to do. We found Almaty. I'll stand in your territory for a turn as I loop around here. Is this like a giant lake? Oh no, it is coast. Huh. Interesting. That's like a weird little peninsula. Very cool. We're doing a little bit of exploration over in this direction. Okay, we almost have our first worker out. Very nice. Okay, you can come back now. We're also pretty close to being able to purchase an archer, which will be a very useful early game unit to hunt down barbarian encampments if we can find them. Somebody built Stonehenge. That's to be expected. I don't really expect to get many wonders in this game because I'm going for a militaristic game. So after pottery, we're going to be going for trade into after pottery. Let's see. After pottery, we're going to be picking up trade, I think, into mining, into mathematics. Because we want to reveal stone, because stone provides a lot of production. Okay, we'll scooch along this way. Okay, so my city grew, my worker popped, and my tech popped all at the same time. So now I can get a really, really good settler timing here. So now we need to also play with our citizen management to see if we can bring the time down here. So we're currently on 11 turns with 10 production. 11 production. 12 production. I think this is the most I can get. 12 production. 12 production. 12 production. 14 production if I work all these hills. Is that better than working the gold? 8 turns versus 9 turns. So, hills, we're going to work all the hills. Although, what about you? 14 production. That doesn't actually speed it up. We can get 14 production by doing this. And we're not growing anyway. Okay, great. We'll loop back this way for more information. We're getting our first settler out. It's going to take us 8 turns. We're also going to be purchasing an archer here, I think. And that will be a lot of our money spent in the early game. I think I want to pick up mining here. I probably should have already picked it up because I could have put mines down here. For now, I will be putting down farms though. We'll go into our next turn. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to have to burn that city down. Because I wanted to settle here and here. I can settle this city, but I will have to burn this city down. I might even go to war earlier than I was anticipating. I'm going to bring my Pathfinder around this way just to get a bit of an explore off, but then I will be bringing him in for the actual combat. I just want you to explore this little bit of coastline. I'm going to need a lot more units here than I have. Okay, getting a good skill. There is possibly a city around here somewhere. No, I don't want to declare war on you, please. I will go to there. This St. Petersburg city feels really terrible to me. I don't really like this positioning. So if I kill it, I'm probably going to burn it to the ground. That will probably cost me extra warmonger policies. Or warmonger penalties. Oh, I'm probably going to settle on these cattle actually for the canal. Depending on what this little peninsula looks like.
Bienvenue.
And you can see we've transitioned into more of a grassland field over here. We found Kiev. Okay, we're going to found a Pantheon. I think there's a lot of Pantheons that make sense here. But I think the God of all creation is extremely powerful. Since we're going to be going to war earlier than I thought, we're not going to have time to go for a religion. So I think grabbing the God of all creation, which will give us culture and happiness, which will let us get through our social policies really, really fast and give us a bunch of happiness to be able to defeat the enemy. We're going to go for the free settler. As soon as possible, almost certainly. I'm going to bring back this archer here to escort. I think a warrior is a better escort, so I'm going to pull back here. I'll also scout over this way. But yeah, this city's going to get burnt to the ground. I'm going to settle here, here, and here. I'm going to adopt this policy. This will be tribute. I think I want to settle at least... That's 15 production working these tiles. Okay, great. I think I want to settle at least 2 cities before I go to war. So we'll go for another settler. We'll move the settler over here. So I want to settle right there on this tile. It does grab a little bit of tundra, but it's tundra with resources on it. But the most important thing is that it grabs a lot of these horse tiles and stuff like that, as well as some of this wheat and stuff. We're going to build a farm here as well. This is to get the capital growing, and the more growth that the capital gets, the more tiles it'll be able to work, as well as the more science and culture and stuff like that. Alright, we just got mining. I'm going to redirect you to start mining some of these hills. And I'm going to call this an end to this episode. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I hope I'm playing a lot better than I used to be. I would definitely think so. So, please remember to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Remember to leave a like if you want to directly support my channel. And remember to leave a comment if you want to give me your feedback about this episode. Other than that, I want to say I love you all very much. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!